Hello, my lovely friends. It's Margaret, and I need to turn my fan off. Hold on. I hope BookTube appreciates me dying for them. Because, oh, this might not last. Oh, this is already terrible. Hello, my lovely friends. It's Margaret, and it is time to talk about what I will be reading for the Reading Rush. Sorry, Percy. I didn't mean to, smack you in the face. Reading Rush is starting tomorrow. In theory, hopefully this will be up before that happens. If not, well, it's Sunday, so it's going up. It's gonna go up. I am not going to be trying to read. Well, I'm not planning on reading 7 books this week. It's probably not happening because I don't really have access to my library. I'm not at a point where I feel safe going to my library, considering the asthma stuff and the lung melting virus. I mean, probably not lung melting, but basically. I am going to be trying to read 4 books that I already have in my possession and own. I'm stretching some of these prompts a little bit, but you know what? Who's grading me? No one. No one is grading me, and getting straight A's is overrated anyways. So the first one that I am going to be reading is on my July TBR, and that is The Warrior Maiden by Melanie Dickerson. This is a Mulan retelling set in Europe. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that. This is one I may DNF, depending on how the setup is. I've tried reading one of her other books before, and it was not my favorite thing in the world. So I'm turning the fan on. Hold on. I apologize if you can hear that. I don't really care right now because I don't want to melt. It's part of a whole series that she does retellings of different stories. I've tried to read the first one of the series, which is Sleeping Beauty. I didn't get very far into it. I just wasn't all that much into it. So we're just gonna see how I feel about this one. That one is going to be fulfilling the prompt for reading a book that is on a different continent than the one that you currently live on because it happens in Europe in the Middle Ages. The next book is going to be Of Kisses and Kisses by Sandhya Menon. This was one of my most anticipated books of 2020 because I love Sandhya Menon. I am going to have to redo this entire shelf right here when I read this book, but it's worth it. I think Scott Westerfeld is getting the boot to one of my other shelves. I think that's just how it's gonna go. I do. I will not sacrifice any of the others on there. They stay. They stay forever. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling that's set at a boarding school, and from what I remember, it's like they hate each other? Oh yeah, that's right. Their families are feuding, basically. So something's happened, and she wants to get back or get revenge on him, and it goes from there, but they're gonna fall in love. I am super excited. Sandhya Menon is one of my favorite authors. She solidified her place there last year with There's Something About Sweetie because it was just so good. I still need to do a review on it, but it's so good. Yeah, I loved it. This will be fulfilling the prompts for read a book that is the color of your birthstone. I am born in December, which means turquoise is an option, and there are multiple shades of turquoise. Like, so many shades of turquoise that you can choose from. Technically, if you're a color theory person, this is teal. However, we're talking about the actual turquoise stone and not the color. And the turquoise stone goes from all this really nice light green to dark, dark greens and blues. So this is also going to be counting for read a book in a genre that you would like to read more of. They didn't say it had to be a genre that you don't already read. I love fairy tale retellings, and so I want to read more of them. I also love boarding school books, and I don't read enough of those either. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Other Bennett Sister by someone whose name I can't remember, but it is on the cover. Not really important. The main point is this is about Mary Bennett, and it follows her after the events of Pride and Prejudice. They kind of reimagine what happened. It is about Mary finding herself now that her 2 older sisters are, not in the house anymore. And I don't know, Mary's a little bit of a stick in the mud, but I do still like her character, and I highly relate to her character when reading it because I also would rather be in the room practicing my piano. Not that I play piano, but then, socializing with people at times. And I read a lot. So, and sometimes I might be prone to moralizing and, well, not moralizing, but talking about things that people have no interest in. Because I feel like it's information that they should know about the world we live in. This is going to fulfill the prompts for a book that starts with the word the, and it is going to It is going to fulfill the prompt for a book based on a movie I have seen, because I have seen multiple Pride and Prejudice movies. I haven't seen the one that's set in the Old South because I was just like, I couldn't get over the fact that we had antebellum costumes and they're English, or they're supposed to be English. I was like, you know, I understand. I think it was like Vivian Leigh. I was like, I understand that that's kind of her aesthetic, but Regency England. This is not Regency England. The final book that I am going to be reading is Reawakened by Odette Bean, which I realized after I had read this is probably a pseudonym because Odette is the name of the Swan Princess, and beans are like beans are a really crucial part of this TV show. I realized that after I'd filmed. Anyways, this is the entire first series. What do you think we are? British? This is the very first season of Once Upon a Time. I loved that show so much. Despite the fact that season 3 got me mad because there was a love triangle and I was just up to my neck. Like, I'd had it to here with love triangles. There's a whole series of events with Once Upon a Time and me, and if you want to know more about it, I did a tag at some point that I will link, and you can, maybe I talked about it there. I don't remember, it was a couple years ago. I did it because the series was ending and Emma Swan was going away, and I handled it better than I've handled other things, but I still was very in my feelings about it. This is going to count for the first book you touch, because originally I was going to just like the first one that I pull out of my TBR jar. That's how it's going to work. But I realized that I already knew which book was the first one I pulled out of my TBR jar, so I'm going with this one because it makes my life easier. Those are the 4 books that I am going to be reading for the Reading Rush. Let me know down in the comments if you are participating. What are you doing? What are you reading? I love listening to people talk about books at me. It's just great, and I will be better about answering comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, you might enjoy these videos over here. More stuff on my channel. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!